Are you there?
Hold on a second. Okay. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome again to a beautiful Sunday. It's been a while since we came. We did a live, and we are so grateful today to just come back and say hi to everybody and just talk about a few things. If you can look at the topic we have today, we have a topic that goes by life has no specific formula. So here we are today. Life has no specific formula, and we'll start by introducing ourselves. My name is Sharon Adundo. Admin and founder of Financial Hikers. Financial Hikers is a forum where we share about money matters, money issues, and learn from each other, share experiences. And besides that, I'm a mother of two, I'm a business lady, and I love sharing and just, this is a way of giving back to the community. And with us, we have Minji. Minji, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Minji, but my official name is Jackie Higdon. I'm here. I'm an admin as well. We are the admin for Financial Hikers. Some of our admins are not available, but here we are. Our topic today is life has no specific formula, and this is what we're going to be discussing today. So welcome and good morning to America and evening to Kenyans and, other places in the world. Welcome to Financial Hikers.
Jackie, you didn't tell us about yourself. You just told us your name.
Well, well, I am a mother of two, a boy and a girl, and I work in healthcare. Prior to that, I did engineering, so I have, different backgrounds. If you want to know more specifically, we can chat. We can chat aside. So right now, we're just gonna focus on this topic. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. Again, thank you everybody who watching right now or who will watch later on. Today we thought to speak about this topic because if you look at life, life is interesting. We are in different stages of life, and we thought that it's always good to just sit back and focus and evaluate, like, why are we living? Why are we here? Is it important? Or do we really need to be thinking of other things? So this topic came about by the challenges we've gone through the past years and even the past couple of months. And I just thought, like, we need some time of our life to just sit back and reflect and ask ourselves, like, do we have a reason to live? Like, do we have a purpose? And if we have a purpose, is it something that we are looking forward to? And is there a specific way we need to, like, look into it and have things done? So I know there are several people, like, right now struggling in different ways, trying to find out what's going on in your life, if you really need to be where you are, or you feel like you are failure in life, or you think that nothing is actually moving at all. So I'll start by my first point. And this is my favorite point. I normally like saying that your current situation does not determine your destiny. Your current situation does not determine your destiny. We all have stories of how we started life, or how, back in the days, how we used to. People have different sad stories. Some are good stories that made them transition from one step to the other in life. So, if right at this particular time you're in a situation whereby you feel like you're struggling, things are not working for you, or you don't really know what else to do, just know that your current situation does not determine your destiny. Example, you'll find most people, like even the top rich people, some of them never even went to school, but They had a determination towards a particular line, but they made it a point upon themselves to work towards getting better in future. And this is their future. So just know that your current situation does not determine your destiny. So you are not a failure. It's just a period you're going through, and the period is about to pass, just like a storm. The storm does not last forever. So if you're in a stormy moment, know that it's not going to last forever. And if you're also in a good, remember we also have the good and the other side, bad side of life. So expect both sides. So we have the good and the bad. It doesn't rain at the same time every day. So when the rain season is over, we have the dry season. So learn to embrace that kind of thinking in life and just be ready for both sides. Jackie, I'll let you say something about.
Okay, based on Sharon's point, like, um, your current situation doesn't determine your destination. However, in life, um, we have society, we have communities, and most of the communities we live in, they have expectations. For example, like, I would say society's norm. They are the norms that are shared acceptable behaviors to group, but that doesn't determine your destination. So, for example, like we Africans, um, as you are, your mother give birth to you, you live with your parents, your siblings, and all those in a community. We expect you to learn the language. Majority of us learn like our mother tongue, the first language. And then you go to school, your parents expect you to go to school. That's the society's norm. You go to school, you learn a different language, foreign language, and then after primary school, you go to secondary school. After that, maybe you join college. And when you are done with all this education or not, your family or your parents would expect you to maybe find a man to marry or find a woman to marry, have children, and live happily ever after. That's what society's norm is all over the world. I I've done research and I haven't come across where the society expect you not to get married. The society expect you not to be educated. Society expect you not to have a job because that's part of life. However, it's the norm doesn't go like in order. You could be going to school and then you drop out of school. You struggle so much, you have no job, nothing. And then probably some people in the society would say, oh, yeah, they drop out, or oh, she had a baby before she was done with high school. People look down onto you, but you don't have to dwell on society's norm. You can choose your own path and struggle through it. And in the end, you become successful. So my point is, even though the society's norm is to do step 1 all the way to whatever step it is, some people can start from step 5 back to 3 and all the way back to 10. But what I would encourage people to know is that whether the society is expecting you to have babies, that's what they expect you to do. But the choice is yours. You can you can choose to have a family or not to have a family. And it doesn't mean that if you are not within the society's norm, you are not happy. Some people are very happy unmarried. Some people are very happy without having children. And there are some people that are just like, I have to have kids to be happy. So whatever you choose to do, whatever makes you happy, please follow your heart. That's all I can advise you to do.
Thank you, Jackie. I love how you gave us example on about what society expects us to do, and that has been a stressful point for most people. Like you feel like if you skip a stage in quotes that the society has defined, you feel like you're a failure in life. I would like to tell you that you need to stop thinking like that. You are not a failure in life. Life, look at the roads. The roads are never straight, so don't expect to be the straight one in the society. Everybody, whoever you're admiring, whoever you're longing to be like, they never had a straight path in life. So this straight norm defined by the society is something. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comment. I'll read another one right here. So the particular straight line that we have laid down by the society is what is giving us stress, depression, and all that stuff. But you need also to look at the other side. Not everybody is following number 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Some have followed 1, jumped to 5, like Jackie said, went back to 3. And example, yes, you went to school, you dropped out, found a way to go back to school after having babies, progressed to the next degree or whatever. But you see, if you look at all that, we don't have a straight pattern to everybody. If you have a few people that are lucky to follow from 1, 2, 3 up to 10 straight, that's their path. But if your path jumped and went back and jumped to other numbers, that's still okay. So just learn to know that you're unique in your own way, and your level or your path is different from any other person. Just focus on the current stage you have and figure out how you move to the next. But suppose you find yourself going back to uh, number 5 instead of moving to number 6. It's still okay. It will just be temporary. Work on it, then move to number 7. So if you're in a situation like right now, we are using example. Let's say you are going to school, you dropped out because you don't have a baby. We have so many people. Example, even me, I didn't finish. I had a baby when I was when I was just getting into my master's program. But I had to go to school and make sure that I balance this particular pregnancy with school. It's doable. Suppose you dropped, even in high school. We have so many people who had babies in high school, but they took care of the baby and then went back to school. So you are not a failure. So just mark that point. Let me read a comment. Someone is saying, are you guys talking extra fast or is it my phone? Are we still talking fast? Hey, I'm not able to see the name. It's just showing Facebook user. Then another one is saying Sharon and her ancestors pressured me to have babies. Please don't feel pressured to have babies. If it's something you don't want to do, it's still okay. But don't feel like now you don't have kids or you're a failure or you. No, it's okay. If you look at the purpose of life, and if you look at what will work for you and what you feel like, you know, will be comfortable for you, we are all in different situations or different levels. So find out what works for you and run by it. Okay, Jackie, do you have any other thing to add on to that point? You are on mute.
Sorry, not at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So another point about, okay, for those who are joining in, we have our topic today. Life has no specific formula. Like we are here today, we have this live. It's Sunday. Life has no specific formula. So if you're feeling stressed, things are not working your way, that's what you're talking about. They will work somehow. So just know you are in the moment and the storm is about to pass. And if you are past the storm and you're in the good moments, that's still okay. Now, let me move to the next point. We have the next point as adversity fuels in life. Adversity fuel. You find adversity, the challenges we face. Life has challenges, whether we like it or not. We have good moments and bad moments, but you find bad moments are tough ones to deal with. We get emotional, we get affected, we get disoriented, and that's just part of life. It's those moments are sad, and everybody goes through it. And it's funny how our system has just refused to adapt to not feeling sad. Whenever we are challenged by a situation, we get emotional, we get sad, we cry, we go through that moment. So I would like to tell you, like, in as much as we are in this particular moment, just know that we have moments when we have space, we all face the big challenges, and we have to figure out how to deal with them. And it's just a matter of trying to look for that particular friend or group or support system that will help you move to the next level. Don't go through it by yourself. We all go through it. And I normally say, I wish there was just a way we could just have that hard feeling in like a curtain that we are just blocking whenever you're faced with a situation. You don't feel anything. I wish there was that moment so that you don't feel sad, you don't cry, you don't, you know. But it, example, I'll touch on death. People die every day. When we lose a loved one, it's sad. It's not easy to let go. But it's something that our system has just refused to not make it like, uh, anyway, it's normal. What, someone has died, then what? But we get emotional, we get affected, we miss the person. It's just life. So just go through that moment. It's okay to go through that moment. It's a sad situation, but I would like to encourage everybody that we all go through that moment. So more so when you are aging, that's when you learn so many things, I would say. So just buckle up your belt and get ready for that rough ride. We all go through that moment. You are not alone. So if you are in the moment now and you have not buckled up, please buckle up your belt. We are all in it. We are all in there. So we have to get ready for the rough moments. At the same time, remember, when you're going through those rough moments, that's when you also realize who are there for you. Also learn to be there for other people so that they can be there for you. Don't just be by yourself saying, oh, I don't like associating myself with these people, or I don't like these Kenyans, or I don't like to be with these people. Please learn to be there for other people, even if just a matter of checking on them through messages, or just say, hi, how are you doing today? Is everything okay? You don't have to always support anybody financially, but learn to be there for people so that when you are facing the rough moments, they're also there to be with you to help you buckle up. So Jackie, do you have anything to add on to that?
Well, just like you say that, be there to support people. Support can be in different ways, but most majority of us, things like to support somebody is to give them money financially. That's not the exact thing that, can avail people's pain. However, to support people, you can support people with advice. Take your time to listen to somebody especially when they are in pain, most of the time. And also when they're happy, when they have excitement, support them, be happy, be there for them. That is really a different currency. The currency of support, based on emotional, physically, all there, but not like the currency of money. There is different kind of currencies. So if someone, just like Sharon say, if someone lost her loved one or going through a hard time, please, when they call you, give them time, listen to them, take time to listen to them, support them in any way you can. And that's how we support others, each other in the community. Also, Sharon talked about something like, we wish that we could just let go. Like if someone is, a person dies, you don't have that feeling of sadness or things like that. Well, that is, humans have the capability to be sad. That is just what we are, what we have. And, but if you cannot feel sad when something really tragically happened, you cannot feel sad, then you have a disorder. You are sick. And, there are some people that don't feel sad when, bad things happen. However, you know, if you are in that situation where there is sadness in the family and you don't feel it, please go seek doctor's advice. You might not be the norm that people see in the society. So just in case you are in that situation, please go be checked. Yeah.
Jackie, you just said like if I don't have that emotional feeling when something bad happens, I need to go get checked.
Because as humans, we are very emotional sometimes. Especially, for example, Sharon, let me give you an example. Let's say you lost a sister, brother, or a mother, or a father. Because I've realized that sometimes as we are growing up, people don't care about their siblings or their family but if you care about somebody and you lost somebody that you care about and you don't have any feelings, there's something wrong. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't have that feeling at all, please go seek doctor's advice.
Thank you for that advice, Nurse Jackie. Okay, I see we have a question. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see the name. It's showing Facebook user. What motivates you when things don't work out the way you planned? Jackie, do you want to go ahead to answer that?
Absolutely. So what motivates me if I plan something and it's not working out? Whenever I plan something, I have to have at least 2 different plans or 3 different plans. If plan A is not working, I move to plan B. If A and B is not working, I move to plan C. And if those 3 plans are not working, then I have to re-strategize and see what can I do to make this thing work. And there are some situations that no matter how hard you try, it's not working. Then you need to think of a different plan, because there are always possibility of many things. Everything is possible. So find a possible way to make that plan work for you. Don't give up. Never give up. Just keep on pushing.
Thank you for your answer, Jackie. I'll go on my side. What motivates me when things don't work the way I planned? Sometimes I attempt another, I give it another trial. And sometimes I reach out to the person who might have done a similar thing. And if it's still not working for me, I just say, like, maybe it was not meant to be, or seek another alternative. And the fact that I know somebody else managed to do it, that what will keep me looking for ways on how best to do it if I really need it. Example, if I want to pursue a particular course and I'm not able to even, pass the exams, I have to reach out and say, hey, I'm trying to do this certification, and actually I did that in one of the lines, insurance line. I was doing it online and I was reading a lot, and it was cheap. So my motivating factor at that point was the online course was cheap. It was $165. And I was reading, you read at your own time, and there was so many exams to be done. But some other people were like, hey, I'm done. I already got my certificate. And then I said, I've done the test twice and I'm still failing. What did you do? So, like, what are you doing? How are you studying it? And then they told me, hey, I said, I'm doing online and it's this and this, and I'm able to read anytime. They told me, hey, stop wasting your time. Go and enroll in so and so class. It's just a 2-day class. You pay $450 and you're done with your certificate. The same day he helps you apply for the certificate. And they have a notary to help you notarize and put everything together. So you see, 165 versus 450. I felt like I was saving, but I was taking so much time. But these other people had everything else condensed into one. It's like they go through the important things, not the whole book syllabus, and get you what you need. So I felt I was saving towards 165, but it was easier to get this certification at 450 and get everything done within 2 days. So I had to learn to sacrifice the money. So what motivates me there is, if you have something you really need and it's not working for you, try to reach out to those who've already managed to make it happen. But remember, even if as you reach out to them, not everybody will have time for you. Some will need you to pay. Get ready to see whether you're going to pay or not. But some will volunteer their time to guide you through. So whatever it is that you need, there is a way. Don't give up on it. just find how you can refreshen your mind and move on again to start afresh to pursue the issue. You can take a break, you can listen to music, you can take a ride. I liked listening to music, taking a ride as I refresh to press to the next button. Other than that, let me see. Nancy is asking, how do you start afresh? Nancy, is it in regards to life or career, or what is it in regards to when you ask how do you start afresh? Okay, as we wait for that, Jackie, do you have anything else to add?
Add on to what motivates you. Yeah, I just like the way you diligently answered that question. It was very precise, so thank you. And I know majority of us followed the path that you just talked about in order to move to the next level in planning. Yeah. So
Okay,
as we
Nancy answered like, how do you start afresh, both life and career? Nancy, I would like to say that, let me help you answer it by giving you example. Example, in my case, my first degree, I'm a graphic designer. I studied in Kenyatta University, fine arts. I majored in graphic design, multimedia craft, and interior design. So those were the things that I was at least earning from when I was still in Kenya, and I used to live in Kikuyuni back and working in industrial area. Then I transitioned. I managed to get a school, and I looked for school. I came to US. I started studying a different line altogether. And now I did masters in finance, but with the kids and all those challenges, I could not go into the finance line. So I decided to embark again on business. But besides business, I saw an opportunity, studied the season. I looked at what is working for this moment, what is working for right now. That could enable me take care of my kids at the same time, be able to be getting some income. So I would like to say that it's kind of, I used to be a graphic designer. We used to make bank cards, ATM cards, on all those things, program, make posters. I was majorly a graphic designer. But if you look at my life transitioning, I've transitioned a lot. Right now I'm in business line, I'm in tracking line, and I'm in insurance line. So I started insurance line, just getting the certification in 2017. That is about 4 years down, 4 or 5 years down. So, and I never used it as much. I just said, let me have this because America has hurricane season. So many hurricane seasons. So I said, let me just use this as a backup just in case things will not work out in this other line I'm interested in. So along the line, balancing and this corona thing, and I started looking for other ways. Business was going down. I also started looking for other ways on how I can use this certificate that I had to transition to help me get income. And apparently it did. I had to sacrifice and go work somewhere far from home in order to get experience. I was there for about 3 months, then I came back. Then in the process, I got a job now working from home with this certificate that I spent. Remember, I just told you the story of how I was doing online for 165, then someone told me it's 450. So I paid for 450 after paying 165 just to get this certificate, and I wasn't sure about it. So this certificate is what is now helping me this corona time, and because business is down, and now I'm using this insurance certificate because I had to sacrifice. I had to also go away from home. So to help you answer your question, how to start afresh, you have to extra sacrifice. You have to learn to do the extraordinary. You have to let yourself be there for that moment and be hungry for that particular change. I had to figure out how to leave my kids behind, go get the experience where it was supposed to be. Like I was told I have to go there to get this experience. 3 months, it was my first time leaving my kids away for so long. And I said, I have to do it for the sake of them if I want to make a better future for tomorrow. Then remember, then the other one, I had to let 165 go as a loss and look for another 450 and pay in order to get this certificate. I could have just said, I'm not wasting my money. That thing is too expensive. But what did I do? I had to extra sacrifice and look for this other 450 in order to pay for the same thing that I already paid for and failed twice online. I only had one more attempt. So if I was going to fail the third attempt online, that 165 could have gone either way. But now I had to go pay for this 450. And another sacrifice, I had to drive myself over 830 miles to go where I had to go learn experience. So if you want to start a fresh life and career at 40, it's possible, it's doable. Anytime, not even at 40, any moment of your life. And the good thing here is, example, where we are here in the US, people even start career at 60, 65, and they change everything like a U-turn kind of a thing. So don't feel like whatever you went to school, example, to acquire or to do, that's what you have to completely hold on to. Learn to be I think I had another point here I wanted to share. Like, actually, that brings me to the other point that I was supposed to be sharing. Like, life requires agility. Learn to be agile. Learn to flow like a fluid. Like, if you're placed in a particular path, learn to live with that moment. Is what you have or is what you're holding on working for you at this moment? If it's not, learn to change and transition. Just like the senior jamii were there, we no longer have senior jamii. What happened? They transitioned. We transitioned. Jack, you have anything to add?
Yeah, just life requires agility. Just like you say, we need to be flexible. Um, Life has taught us to be flexible. No matter what, you have to be flexible. For example, like right now, we are in Corona world, worldwide. It's just not like, you know what I'm saying. So we have to be flexible. For instance, majority of us used to go to the offices to work Monday to Friday, or sometimes 7 days a week. But due to Corona, the government plus humans, the society has decided to be flexible. Many people work from home right now, and yeah, due to Corona, there you're back. Many people work from home right now. And think about like 2, 3 years ago, if you are employed with the government and you like state or federal or in Kenya government, and you ask them like, oh, most of the time I do data entry. Can I please work from home? I have computer, I have everything set up, I have database accessible. Can I please work from home? 2 years ago, your supervisor would say, no, I need you in the office. How about since last year? Majority of people are working from home. What happened? The society has decided to be flexible, and flexibility has moved us so far away. How much have we saved turning off all this electricity, water in government offices if we are not there? We are working from home. How many are like vehicles off the road, not like polluting the environment? So much has happened because of Corona, and that because the society has decided to be flexible. So as an individual, why can you be flexible? Yes, you can. And with your flexibility, you'll be able to reach higher and higher. So please, this is the time. Start to be flexible, as you already been flexible since last year, since Corona came. Many of us have changed career. Many of us are working from home. For example, if you used to be a hairdresser, the government shut all those down. As a mother of 3 or 4, and you dependently on your salon, and now there's no income coming in, what were you doing before Corona? You were making money enough to support your 4 children, but the government has shut down that career. So you have to move on. For example, maybe you are going to a supermarket to work there. So that is flexibility, putting that into account. So as the world is moving forward and in the future, we will be becoming more flexible with the time. And this is just the beginning.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you. Let me read some of the comments. Nancy says, wow, thanks. Figuring how to balance kids change in life is usually not easy. That's right. It's not easy. And most of the time, you find if you have kids, the way you think or the way you reason is totally different when you don't have kids. So don't let anybody judge you by the decisions you make because of the decision you make in order to be there for your kids. Know that you are doing the best you can and do the best you can because people are different. So you have to be there for your kids. And someone is telling Nancy, it's never too late to start over. Sharon Grace response, you got to be hungry to embrace change. Okay, so another thing that we wanted to speak about. Remember, those who are tuning in, we are speaking about life has no specific formula. In as much as we are talking about planning, balance, budgeting, saving, investing, remember life has no specific formula. So what doesn't matter the situation you're in, things can be better tomorrow for you if you believe and work towards it. Another point I wanted us to share today, learn to balance life. Learn to balance life. I realized you find if you compare yourself when you started, example, those who are working, let me address you. When you started working, you really longed to get some kind of work, you wanted this and this particular lifestyle, and maybe along the line you keep getting, moving to several steps, making progress in life, working so hard, investing, building, doing everything. Have you ever taken time to relax, just to do nothing from your busy life? I've realized that relaxation, vacation, a 1 week off, 3 days off from the regular is very important in our lives. When I look at the old people those who are working at the nursing home, or those who are older now might be listening. If you look at those who are right now longing to be even traveling and they're grounded, they can't move, they have back issues, they have hurting knees, because back then they used to work, hoping that when they retire, they'll enjoy life. I've learned to realize that this is the moment we have to learn to balance and enjoy life. By enjoying life is also giving yourself that moment where, hey, I've worked hard enough. Let me take 2 days off. Let me just do nothing. Or let me just go there and treat myself for a nice treat, even if it's just a massage or just driving to a vacation place or visiting or flying somewhere. We have to learn to balance life. Don't feel like investing in trying to be too much, you to be somebody, pile so much money in your account or so many different investment, forgetting your life, forgetting your kids. If you have kids, you have someone taking care of your kids full time. You're no longer there for them. You're saying you're building them their future. I've realized their kids look at it in a different ways. I'm speaking from a mother's perspective. Sometimes we normally have a conversation also with our kids too. They tell us as is. They do not quote anything. So don't think like when you are away there, you keep buying for them flashy stuff or trying to work hard, being away, make them happy. No, it doesn't make them happy. They feel like you are not there for them. So by the time you grow up, they're like, you are not there for me. Then you'll be like, oh, I used to pay for your school fees. I used to give you everything you wanted. Based on my studies, that think differently. And that's where we parents will feel like we failed in life. So learn to balance life. Jackie, do you have anything to add on to that?
Well, easier said than done. We work hard, and sometimes it's hard to take off because you feel like when you take off, you're not going to make that money. For example, here in the United States, If you take off, if you don't have vacation time, you are not gonna get paid. For example, if you take 3, 4 days off, that's 1 week of paycheck gone. And as you are on vacation, you are spending more than that paycheck. So it's hard for people to take off when they look at their financial status, and how their bills and things to pay. It's hard, but it is doable, because I mean, you know, most people take 2 days off, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, depends with which the career you are in. But taking off is really rewarding. So just like Sharon said, try to take off, please. Try to take off, even though, majority of us, when we are off, we do more work than we are at work. And Sharon is one of them. I too, I'm guilty on that, because when I'm not going to work, I do more work in the house than when I'm at work. So anyway, but we could advise you, it's better you take off. I like to take off and I love to travel. That is one of my addiction. And I love my addiction and I'm not regretting or looking down onto my addiction. So if you want to be addicted in traveling like me, please come join me.
Thank you so much, Jackie. And that addiction is a good one. It helps unwind. Like it just someone just need to figure out what makes them relaxed and just try to figure out what they can do out of the norm, like the regular. When you wake up, you go to job, after work, what do you do next? So learn to find what you can do out of the house or something different than the daily busy life. Okay, I see there is another question here. Someone is saying, can you also address the importance of estate planning? I think that's a different topic. I would suggest that we look for a professional handling that line. I have basic information, but I won't share it. I would like to get someone who is handling estate planning. We had another live on Facebook addressing the same, but I would look for somebody handling that line to come and speak to us again, because it's important to work on that if you're planning to have a generational wealth. So we leave that at that and we'll plan for that. Facebook user, I'm sorry, I'm not able to see your name, but that's topic we'll handle. So as of now, we are coming to the end of our show. Thank you so much for those who have joined. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions, please type them down there. And we would like to hear from you. If you have a topic you'd like us to share, or if you have a topic you'd like to share with us, please inbox us, send us a message, let us know what you'd like to share with us. This is also just a way of giving back to the community. And we are all about financial empowerment, financial planning, budgeting, saving, investing. And now we just wanted to let you know today that life has no specific formula, in as much as we are working hard to be better, to make ourselves rich, I would say, to live a better life. Life has no specific formula. So just know that whatever situation you're in, if it's a good situation right now, embrace the moments. If it's a bad situation, just know it's not permanent. It never rains the same time every day. It never storms throughout. You will be fine. Jackie, you have anything to add on before we close?
Well, not much to add, but what I could say is, whatever you do, if it's something that is going to benefit you, please put your heart into it and work hard and smart onto it. And once you are done, by the end of the day, please enjoy life, because life is beautiful sometimes. So take your time to enjoy life. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we will see you then. Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody. Till next time. Bye bye.